Hey babes, it's Asia. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. But don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Leave a like and comment some suggestions of what you want to see next. Today's we're doing a streaming setup tour, guys. More recently, I've been consistently streaming me gaming, and I've gotten a lot of questions about my setup and what I use to stream. So I decided it would be easy just to put a video together with you guys and show you all the items that I use and everything that I do to go live and stream me gaming. For ease of access, I did make an Amazon storefront and I put all my streaming products in there. If y'all use my links for purchase, I will earn a small commission. Okay, without further ado, let's get to the video. First, let's talk PC. I do not have an expensive PC, y'all. I've had a mini PC for years. Of course, it's not going to outperform a $3,000 PC that you built on your own and customized all the specs, but I use it for streaming, recording videos, editing videos, browsing, and any other everyday task, and it has never done me wrong. So this is a nice little place to start. I do eventually want to one day build my own PC, but this is a great place to start, and it does everything you need it to do. Now let's talk about monitors. Me personally, I have two 24-inch Pixio monitors in Wave Blue. The reason why I have two monitors because it's easier to have one screen for gameplay, one screen for controlling your stream. It makes it so much easier than having everything cluttered into one screen, like for real. Save yourself the headache. Monitors aren't that expensive. You could find cheaper monitors. Before I had two nice monitors, all I had was my laptop and I had a portable monitor and I used those for two monitors. So, like I said, you can get creative with your streaming setup. Do what you have to do to start off and just get going. Portable monitors are really cheap. So, you need to spare in your budget somewhere. You can use something else as a monitor. There's so many ways to get things as a second monitor now. You have screencast, Bluetooth, USB. You can use your laptop, you can use your iPad, you can use a TV, you can use anything you need to use as a second monitor if you really don't want to break the bank on monitor and you just want to start streaming. I suggest use your TV, use your iPad, get a portable monitor, use your phone, do what you have to do. But I'm just giving you all the options there is and for you to be successful. Next, let's talk about cameras. I'm gonna give you a few options for cameras because I've done a few. Right now, I have a more professional setup, but we all start from somewhere, so I'm gonna give you all the tea. So if you're just starting off, one way you can stream is you can just use your phone camera as a webcam. That is an option. But webcams are pretty affordable nowadays, and you can get a nice webcam that streams at 4K for pretty cheap. This is the Nexigo Stream Cam webcam that I have, and it has a light on it that you can adjust the light and a privacy screen. And the quality is pretty good. It's 1080p and it does what it needs to do. So, like I said, you do not have to break the bank, and it's pretty good. Another option, the more expensive option, if you really want to break the bank and you want your setup to look professional, is using a digital camera as your webcam, which is what I'm using right now. I'm using a Sony ZV-1 with a dummy battery and using a cam link. The one I have is the Elgato cam link. It allows me to stream continuously using my webcam with a dummy battery so the charge doesn't run out. I can stream in 4K on my digital camera and look the best. This is what most like professional streamers use, and I think it really takes your setup to the next level and really shows that you're putting effort into your content creation. But like I said, you do not have to break the bank. This is for when you're more into your stream and this is this is something you want to do. I already had a digital camera. I did not buy a digital camera just to use as my webcam. That you do not have to do this. This is just for starting out, but this is always an option. If y'all want a video on how the camera settings that I set up for my camera to use as a webcam, because there is a way you kind of have to tweak it for it to work, and about the dummy battery and all of that things, please let me know. I'll make a video on that too. Okay, now let's talk about the mic. Investing in good audio is really important. You sounding crazy, nobody's gonna want to watch you. Like, let's be so for real. There are many options for an affordable microphone. Like, you can just use a string headset with a mic if you really want to, but just make sure you have a dedicated audio system just for capturing your voice. Don't let your webcam be your audio. Don't let the device that you're catching your video on be the audio device. You want to have a specific audio device just for catching your voice, because the echo, it's just too much to be left and it's so much that can go wrong. You want something that is dedicated specifically for capturing your voice that you can isolate and play with and do what you have to do with it. The microphone that I use is a 5-line microphone. This is the audio quality for it. It's really good. You can adjust the levels like this, and it is, I've had it for a few years. It does everything it needs to do. It's pretty affordable, and you can hook your headphones just into the mic so you can monitor your voice as you're talking so you know what audio levels you're speaking at. Yeah, I just suggest that you get a nice mic. Just make sure that people can hear you and that you have a dedicated system for your audio. Please, audio matters. Another audio device that you might look into getting for your streaming setup, if you're streaming on a console and you plan on playing online games where you're using voice chat and party chat, you might want to get an Elgato Chat Link Pro. It is a cord that you hook to your controller, console, and your headset. It helps pick up the game chat audio and for you to communicate to your party and to your stream at the same time. You are going to need headphones for your stream because you don't want your audio just out and about and the speakers being all loud and the echoing. So just make sure you have a good set of headphones and your audio is not just out and about and just into the mic. I have 3 headphones that I use depending on what hairstyle I'm wearing, because that is how I think about it. So if my hair is somewhere where I don't want my hair messed up while I'm streaming, I will use wired headphones like this. I also have these Logitech wireless headphones with the mic that I use when I'm just playing my PlayStation. This is my go-to gaming headset, so I use this on stream a lot too. These are my 2 go-tos. You can use whatever you want. Like, you don't have to break your bank on headphones. Just make sure you have a headphone. If you're going to be streaming on console, you are going to need a capture card to capture your device. I use it for streaming my PlayStation and my Switch. It works perfectly. I have the Elgato. I just switch out the HDMIs depending on what I'm playing, and it works perfectly well. There's other cheaper options for capture cards. I just personally bought the Elgato. Just make sure if you're going to be streaming and you want a nice streaming setup, you're going to eventually need a capture card. There are ways to stream from your consoles, but if you want a real setup, you are going to eventually need a capture card. It is a nice investment if you really want to take your streaming career seriously. Last but not least, I'm going to touch on lighting. Lighting really matters if you want your stream to look well. If you look like you in the back rooms, people are not going to be engaged with you. People like to see your reactions to certain gameplays, and it just helps it feel more professional. So me personally, I use a camera light and a ring light that I have mounted to my wall. Both adjustable lightings. I can adjust the temperature, the brightness. One is a USB and one is rechargeable, and always have backup lightings if your lights are rechargeable. Just make sure you're in good lighting. It will look so much better and your viewers are going to thank you for it. All right, guys, so that is basically the rundown of all the hardware that I use to stream me gaming. Next, I can make a video on the software I use and the applications that I use to go live and how I set up my widgets and to interact with the chat. If that's something y'all want to see, let me know. But thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments. I will be responding to all of them. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.